something funny. Remember when you were just a mere banana? Thank you, man. You're a real one. I was actually messing around with that yesterday. Or, not yesterday. I think it was on Saturday. And you've pupated into this. I've pupated strongly. Very strongly. I'm a pupacious man. You could say. Monstrosity. I'm a bit of a crazy guy. Bit of a monstrosity guy. You could say. Yeah. Sure, yeah. Oh my gosh. Gosh, I don't know what it is, but today I sat in front of my computer. Like every streamer, like you kind of create a ritual to like get yourself in the vibe, in the mood of streaming, of the way you're going to be entertaining people. Take this moth into VR chat. Maybe no spoilers, but I am learning Blender right now. Maybe I'll do some stuff in VR chat in the future. Except it would be just regular, boring old. I don't have any tracking software. I have an iPad right now. I'm looking at an iPad propped up behind my monitors. With the camera making me want to sneeze right now. Ugh. Anyway, my ritual. I stare at the screen. I stare at myself, and I have an existential crisis. And that's what I think it's prepared me very well for reading some scary stories today. Eat him. Eat who? Oh. Hunt down Marcus the worm. I love Marcus.
Robert, look at this rock. It's pissing me off.
You're not gonna get scared, my dog. It's Creepypasta Friday. You are so needy. Get out of here, all bad. Oh, you're Twitch Prime. I think you're the only Twitch Prime person.
Rigatoni pasta.
Okay, we're gonna start off with bad 2-sentence horror. I was gonna go. I went on to Reddit. And I went to 2-sentence horror, and the first post I read made me close my eyes, and I was like, I have nothing to say about that. And it was like slightly not safe for work, and it was I don't want to be mean, I guess. And plus, bad 2-sentence horror, I did not curate a list at all, so I'm just gonna go with bad 2-sentence horror on Twitter. So we're starting off on Twitter. Pretty cool, pretty epic. I love Twitter. That's a lie. I hate Twitter. But I use Twitter, and I pay for Twitter. I am Mothmanino verifidio, as the Italian memes would say. I'm not proud of myself, but I pay for X.com. And I actually started getting followers after I did that. I now have Master Chief number of followers, 117. When do you get in the hot tub? You missed it. That was yesterday. I didn't stream yesterday, but you missed it. Sorry, man. Okay. Let's get started, guys. Oh, I've almost forgotten it. Hot tub time machine. Are you one of them? The hot tub streamers? I wish. What's your favorite watt bulb? 65. I'm basic. 100 watt is a bit much. That's what's in my room right now. But the scary music is playing, so get scared, everybody! What temperature? I'm... Oh, gosh, man. I'm a 3000K enjoyer. I think that's right. I gotta silence my phone again. I always forget to do that. Okay. Scary music is playing. Wow, just crazy, like blacked out. Okay, here we go.
Get ready to be scared, everybody.
I thought our dog was comforting my 4-year-old as I ran over to check her bleeding mouth. Roxy's covered in blueberries, she giggled as she plucked something off the dog's back and popped it in her mouth. I kind of don't get this, but I kind of do. Is it literally just like there's ticks or something on the dog's back? How many times have you said the N-word today, and will you say it more or less tomorrow? Actually, I haven't said the N-word even once today. Which is crazy for me! Me of all people! Not saying the N-word? Are you kidding me? She's eating ticks. That's what I'm assuming. Yeah. Wow. Horrifying. I would literally die. You can see why it's on bad 2-sentence horror, but What would you do if there was a child right in front of you? Everyone knows moths are racist? Yeah. And anybody who says the N-word is racist. I will admit, when I am in the comfort of my own home with my homies, us white boys do be saying the N-word. Can you believe this Speaky? Oh shoot. I didn't even realize that's evil Speaky on my head. Uh-oh. It's like the dark, effed up, evil version of Speaky. Haha. Just a small glimpse into my twisted reality. Okay.
Continuing on.
No, I don't want to turn back, cried the princess as her ball gown turned to rags. I wanted to cry out with her, but all I could do was bark. What? What? Wait, actually what? No, I don't want to turn back, cried the princess as her ball gown turned to rags. I wanted to cry out with her, but all I could do was bark. He barking 'cause she bad. I'm shivering in my britches. Yes. What is that? Must be why it's bad 2-sentence horror, because it doesn't make any sense. Is this one of those 2-sentence horrors that's like written with the intent that people in the comments ask about it and then can get like the actual story and full context of what the OP was even talking about? Okay, well, let's do another one. I bet this one will really get your guys' geese. Oh gosh. Why were there so many people at Dad's funeral when he wasn't even dead? The little boy asks his mother. Because they didn't know that, she replied as they watched him try to claw his way out of the coffin from the computer screen in her bedroom? What? What? Oh, shivering in your bridges. Thank you for clarifying. Ew. What? Hang on. I hate it when that happens. I know, man. Why were there so many people at Dad's funeral when he wasn't even dead? The little boy asks his mother. Because they didn't know that. They didn't know that he wasn't even dead, she replied as they watched him try to crawl his way out of the coffin from the computer screen in her bedroom. I'm trying so hard. Okay. You know what? Let's move on to the next one. This one will really get you. I would do anything to protect my son, so I made a pact with a demon who wanted the life of my firstborn as payment. The betrayal was strong, as the daughter my wife gave birth to lived while the demon took the son my girlfriend gave me. That's so stupid. Oh my gosh. That's so stupid. The true horror is infidelity. That's so stupid. I'm almost mad from how stupid that was. Oh, it's a combined. It's a special one. Okay, I read a bit of the second sentence. 2 sentences being the longest run-on sentence possible. I know. Okay. Am I the a-hole for repeatedly telling my husband I miss him? I, 23 female, deceased, have been attempting to contact my husband, 38 male, but every time he hears my voice, he chases me out of the house with a cross. That one goes pretty hard. I love that one. Am I the a-hole for repeatedly telling my husband I miss him? I, 23 female, deceased, have been attempting to contact my husband, 38 male, but every time he hears my voice, he chases me out of the house with a cross. That's freaking epic. Is she a ghost or a vampire? You have to wonder. It makes you wonder. Really makes you, I'm not sure how long I'm going to do these for. I'll do this for another 10 minutes, then we'll just move on to the actually good story. Splash us, said the sign as 2 young girls jumped up and down excitedly, urging the cars on next to a large puddle. One by one, each car disappeared into the puddle, followed by a large gulp. Oh no! Oh, that's another really good one. The 2 young girls jumping up and down are like, splash us! And all these pervy men are like, alright, and try to drive over the puddle, but just get swallowed by something. They get sucked into the puddle. I wonder how many cars in a row, like, we're seeing that happen, but we're like, maybe it'll be different for me this time. I'll try to splash the girls, and then they get swallowed by the puddle, too. So sad. A photo of the girl you had on... A photo of the girl you had and one-night stand few days ago was on TV today and missing was written under her photo. Patient Zero and highly contagious were also written. The greatest horror of all. STDs.
Oh, that's so cruel. Oh, no.
Oh my gosh. I told my wife, Mother always comes first. They both could only squirm in their restraints. That was stupid. I hate that one. I'm not even going to restrain that. That's so stupid. No, I'm... So stupid. I'm sorry. I'm checking. Okay, there's something going on tomorrow. Okay, I got scared for... Yeah, he killed them. It's scary. That is scary, because you are the perspective one. You are the one who, taking on the perspective of an murderer. Okay. I've been on the next one for a while. Scary. Okay. We fed the image through our state-of-the-art computer, and its AI determined that you were the killer. I stared at the image in obvious confusion, as I was neither white or a male. Oh, no! Someone turned them into a black woman? What does that mean? What? Okay. You know what? You know what? Okay. Good job. I can't think of a more terrifying punishment. Or no, or is it saying the woman of color was turned into a white male? I think it's the other way around, and that's the scary part.
Yeah, because you're not one of them, because you're not woke anymore. You're getting punished by the justice system. No, it's a social commentary. It's social commentary. Deep social commentary.
Okay. Okay. A witch had cursed me to become sonless, but I have no plans to become a father anyway, said the man to his friend. But many years later, trapped inside the mine, the miner realized the curse was to become sunless. Get it? Get it? Get it? Sunless. Get it? Get it? That soundbite didn't work at all. That's better. Okay. I was overjoyed to be told at the pearly gates that all animals, being innocent, had been saved in the kingdom of heaven. However, it was not my childhood dog who greeted me as I entered, but the deafening buzz of every insect that had ever existed. Okay. Okay. This is absolutely something someone came up with when they're in the shower. That's a shower thought, 100%. All dogs go to heaven. What if all animals go to heaven too? Including bugs. Oh no! I was able to use the soundbite properly. There we go. Okay. Also, did his dog not make it to heaven? Okay, well. But I'm still innocent, I said. Why are you sentencing me to 20 years in prison, then another 20 years in prison? Because this is a Because this is a 2-sentence horror, said the judge. I actually love that one. That's so good. That's good. That's a really good one. Why are you sentencing me to 20 years in prison, then another 20 years in prison? Because this is a 2-sentence horror, said the judge. So good. Man, I'm making good use of that soundboard. Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Okay, let's move on to the real freaking story. Okay. We're on part 3, by the way. If anyone needs to be caught up... gosh. Oh, I need to drink some freaking water. Holy crap. I really liked that one. I'm glad we ended on a banger. Oh man, that reminds me of Afro Man's trial. That was really freaking funny.
And I know bangers. Yeah, you do know bangers, the man I trust most. That is why I trust you the most.
I also made you a mod. That's how much I trust you. I should do that as a soundbite. But I don't have it. I have this. I like that one. Orano Pie by E.S. Posthumus. If anyone asks. And no, it's not Sandstorm by Darude, guys. It's not 2008 anymore. I am very sorry. I would like to apologize. I'll make my apology YouTube video where I sit down in front of the camera. Guys, first off, I would like to thank all the support I've had. I've also gotten a lot of harassment, which isn't fair. I'm not sorry. Or I start crying. As much as I've thought of myself as an actor, I can't cry on demand. I have to watch Speaky videos or Clanad or something to cry. It's anything where it's like just like a cute, sweet innocent moment that's just captured. I'm just like, oh. Play a song on the ukulele, however you spell it. That would work. I don't even play a unique song. I just go, well, you done me and you bet I felt it. I tried to beat you, but you saw that I melted. I fell right through the cracks. But now I'm trying to get back. Sorry you misunderstood and I hurt your feelings. Yeah! Yeah. Yeah, that goes so hard. Oh yeah, I was gonna recap the story. It's about this kid that keeps having these experiences. He's 10 years old right now. 10 or 12. I think he started off 10 and then he was 12. And there was a ghost that was... He was in a bunk bed, sleeping on the top bunk in a tiny room. And every time it was nighttime, there was a ghost or something. I am not doing this justice at all. I think this is genuinely a great story. Yeah, and then he moves to a different room. That ghost stops bothering him. And then a new one shows up. Execution is everything. Holy crap. Like, this story has been, like, genuinely... Like, I had to not think about it when I went to bed last week. I had to just not think about it anymore because it was genuinely freaking me out. Man. Oh. That's cool. I'm yapping. I wonder why I made this. Kind of mesmerizing. I keep staring at it. Well, see ya. Or B. Burb. Oh yeah, I was gonna use this fire PNG for feeling like we're at a campfire. But the more I looked at it, the more I was like, this really does suck. Whoops. Where is it? Fire. And I'm so pumped, I'm ready to go. I should not have drank pre-workout before streaming. I tell you guys what, I should not have done that. That was very stupid. I have high cortisol right now. I am not doing the happy little hip back and forth low cortisol dance. That is not me right now. That is the opposite of me. I am so uncomfortable. My face itches and my heart is pounding so hard. I'm not having a good time. I'm not. Okay, so kind of. I'm streaming. I'm gonna have a good time. Okay, that's behavior I'd expect from my oldest brother. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't even drink very much. There's throbbing, dude. Just work out on stream. Yeah, sure, actually. Yeah. Let's do it. Count my push-ups with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, you know? That's pretty good. I feel a little better. I don't feel better at all. Military voice.
0, 0, 0, 0.
Chat, he's just grunting and counting to make us think he's doing push-ups. My chest is a little pumped. Oh, yeah. Only counted 12. What? What are you talking about? Okay, I'll do some dips off my chair. My rolling chair. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm gonna be sore tomorrow. Oh, holy crap. Oh, I'm ready to be scared now.
Are you guys ready to be scared? Are you?
Speak up. Speak up. Speak up.
I can't hear you.
Because oh, I'm so tired. I'm not tired. I'm already scared because it's taking you so long to get into the hot tub.
There's no hot tub.
Oh. Okay. Where are we at in the story? Oh yeah, what was I was describing what happens in the story pretty. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh man. Oh, dude. I'm trying to think of how I can do the juniper thing where you rest your feet on the edge of the tub. That would be freaking cool, man. That'd be freaking cool. Oh man. Tub? You'll have to see. Yeah, hot tub. There we go. Are you happy? There we go. That doesn't work at all, but...
Donate, 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 donate. More, more.
Oh. I'm having... Now I'm having too much fun. You guys like this song that I wrote for reading creepypastas? No, don't replace it. There we go. Okay, one more addition. One more addition. This will change the entire perspective of everything. There we go. Yeah! How do you guys feel about that? Oh, yeah. Yeah! This is the future of Creepypasta Friday. It is. Hot tub. Is that real? Yeah, maybe. Maybe.
I'm soaking wet.
Ooh. Okay, nah. I was wondering if I could get some, like, heat waves going, but no. Nah. Okay, I'm ready to be scared after I drink some more water. I already have to pee, but I'm gonna wait until part 3. Haha. No, part 4. Okay. Okay. It's breaking my immersion every time I look at myself. Okay. On to the story. Onto the story proper. Part 3. Part 3. My fears realized. Oh, wait for the music. Want some No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't want some more. A few days ago, I submitted 2 nightmarish accounts from my childhood. Perhaps you best read them to... Perhaps you best read them to truly comprehend what has befallen me. I had been compelled to silence, gripped by the irrational fear that somehow, even after all these years, should I speak of it, that those things would seek me out and once again wreak havoc on my life. In the name of science and reason... Science and technology! I confronted those fears and set out to vanquish those tormented memories once and for all by sharing them with others, exposing them for what I believed they were, the delusions of a troubled child. I've held on to my skepticism and rationality for dear life. I haven't allowed them to define me, but this morning I was presented with verifiable physical evidence. Evidence of what I do not know, but it cannot be ignored, and it seems strange to me that the last few days have been so tainted by apprehension and misfortune, after finally breaking my silence, that I can no longer rely upon entirely conventional explanations. In the wake of sharing those traumatic experiences I had as a child, I've been plagued by an overwhelming sense of unease. Initially, I attributed this fear I had experienced in simply recounting and reliving those terrible events in my mind. But as the days passed... That's the wrong past. It felt like so much more. A feeling of impending doom consumed my every thought. While sleep came to me, rest did not. So real, man. So real. I wake up in the morning and I check my watch. My fancy watch that my dad got me. And it's like,
you didn't rest well. You got 7 hours of sleep, but you're half rested.
oh, great, thanks. I'm just kidding. I never get 7 hours of sleep. It's like at most 6. Then say, as sleep dulled my senses. Warcraft 3 reference! I think we talked about Warcraft 3 last week, too. Maybe I should do a Warcraft 3 stream. I love Warcraft 3. I love Warcraft 3.
Yes. Something to do it. Work.
I also, not Warcraft 3, but a different game called Warlord's Battlecry. I want to get a soundbite that has a Minotaur line.
I'll grow thirsty.
Did you talk about Over the Hedge yet? No. Actually, I hadn't thought of Over the Hedge yet today. I have brought that up on stream, then I think about Over the Hedge just about every day. I've not thought about until now over the hedge. So thank you. Thank you, the man I trust most. That is why I trust you. Each morning I awoke, my nerves on edge, as if deprived of sleep for an age. Nothing overly frightening happened during the first few nights. No visitation, no unwelcome bedfellows, no wheezing breaths reaching out from deep within my bedroom walls. But I had that distantly familiar feeling of not being alone. Do not misunderstand. I did not sense someone in the room with me. I did not hear, smell, or feel anything remotely supernatural. But throughout my days and nights, I have sensed something subtle, almost on the periphery of my awareness. The feeling that something is on its way, something is coming, like the first few stagnant blasts of air from a subway tunnel, heralding the arrival of a lurching, unstoppable monstrosity, surprising, yet expected. My sense of unease grew with each passing day, pushing its way under my skin, deep into my mind like some form of cancerous infection. I tried to focus my attention on various writing projects in a vain attempt to fill my mind up to the brim with other thoughts, hopefully leaving no room for those contaminated memories. Those thoughts came to me nonetheless. My anxiety gained momentum until I could think of nothing else. I had to do something. Oh, sorry. I had to do something! An exclamation point. I had studied psychology for years at university. With this, I knew that anxiety is often the result of a loss of control, and that one of the most effective ways to combat it is to empower oneself. This is what I intended to do. Call it foolhardy, but I was going to go back to that place. That house where those terrible events took place. I was going to confront those memories and expose them for what they were. Nonsense. That is not what I meant to push. I meant to turn. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. That's unnecessary at best and very, very stupid at worst. Don't do that. No. He at least gave some kind of reason. I thought it was going to follow him or something, but no, he's just going to go back to the house that haunts you. Okay. It was an hour's drive to my old home, but it was one filled with elation. I was confident, at ease, happy. I was in control now, and nothing was going to get in my way from showing that place I had feared my entire life was nothing but an average, humdrum, harmless little suburban house. Thinking of a guy going back to relive or to confront something he was afraid of as a child reminds me of this manga I read a while ago, and I will give no further details. Maybe that's a little too vague. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're moving on. We're moving on. I wonder what an hour's long drive is for like a British person like this. I wonder I wonder what it's like for them. Like, oh bloody hell, it was hours drive. I had to drive for hours. Isn't it? I ain't never do that. Like in America, it's like normal. I am assuming that this person is British. I think we saw earlier on in the story that there's like things were spelled a certain way that it was like, oh, British. Yeah. Oh yeah, mum. He calls his mom mum. So, filthy British, yeah. Disgusting. Actually, the story sucks. I'm stopping reading it. I don't like British people. This is it. That's the end of the stream. Alright, well, see you guys. Okay, I'm just kidding. We're gonna keep reading. Stop laughing, guys. Stop laughing. Stop. Stop laughing. Stop. Stop laughing. I said stop! Okay, back to the story. Gleefully jeez. Gleefully negotiating the country roads and then motorway, finally I made it to the city. Gradually, the streets began to take on a familiar appearance. Memories of playing in that neighborhood came... Oh, wow. Memories of playing in that neighborhood came flooding back to me. A play park with my favorite slide. Right? Slide. An ash pitch where we used to play football. Ash pitch? An ash pit? I'm assuming ash pit. Ash pitch? What's an ash pitch? I'm gonna double check so I don't look stupid. What is an ash pitch? Type of natural resin drip. What about an ash pit? Holes created by... okay, whatever. It's a pitch that you put ash in. Oh, I feel so stupid. Why didn't I think of that? Thank you, Oni Jordan-chan. Okay. An ash pitch where... An ash pit. I'm assuming it's ash pit. Where we used to play football. My schoolyard filled with hide and seek and friendships long since abandoned, but never forgotten. Oh. My mind wandered through those memories like a prodigal son walking home. Wandered so much so that before I realized it, I was pulling into the street where I had once lived. The road was long and disappeared far into the distance, finally entering into a sharp, blind turn. It was an old neighborhood and had been planned and built long before the advent of the car. This was evident by the narrowness of its roads, creating a strangely claustrophobic feeling, as if the houses on each side rose up, leering at passers-by. That's definitely not America. We've got some wide freaking streets, man. Everything's built around the car. Even before cars were invented, it was for carriages or whatever.
We like sitting down, brother. We sit down when we travel. Ain't none of that tea drinking, walking.
I slowed my speed and cast my eye over each house that I passed. It was a uniform place, with every house looking not dissimilar. My heart suddenly began to beat faster as a cold chill crawled up my spine. There it was. There was the house. Okay, that ruins. It was late afternoon, and the street was quiet, almost lonely. I stared at that little place, wondering how such an ordinary home could have instilled so much fear in me. I had initially intended to only look at the house from afar, confirming it to me as a material construction, entirely explicable, and removed from anything uncanny. But as I parked, I took a deep breath. Before I knew it, I was out of my car, walking towards that old metallic gate. Its once bright floral shapes now darkened by aged, flaking, deep green paint, revealing nothing but rust beneath. I ran my fingers over its uneven top. and with a subtle gasp, I pushed it open. Walking along the path, I was shocked at how disused the garden was. I thought to myself how much of a waste of a good lawn it was, which was all but obscured by a thick mosaic of weeds and other invasive species. But as I neared the house, I realized why. It was unoccupied. Oh, okay. Okay. I was really confused. I was like, you've been gone for how many years? Why are you so confused at why no one has done any gardening? It's because nobody lives there. And he didn't expect that. Okay.
Beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Oh, a disused garden and a mossy lawn.
Once again, a shudder crept through me. But as my anxiety rose up, I crushed it with my rational mantra.
The simplest of explanations is usually the correct one.
Occam's razor. It's not Occam's razor. I assumed that due to the current economic climate that the house had probably just been on the market for some time, and that the owner wasn't too aware of the old sentiment that the first bite is with the eye. The first bite is with the eye? Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Never mind, okay. But as I looked around, I could see no for sale sign, nor one to let. It genuinely seemed as though this house had been forgotten, abandoned, and left to rot. As he's walking up, he's like, I think I'm gonna die in this house. I think I'm gonna die in this house. The windows at the front of the house were filthy and, as such, almost impossible to see through. But as I wandered around to the back of the building, I could see more clearly inside. I would have imagined that a house such as this one would be empty, but on the contrary, it was entirely occupied by the trappings of a modern life. Changed your hat. I did! I changed it to dark evil Speaky instead of just happy, cute Speaky. She's dark and evil and twisted and messed up.
Because we're going extra spooky.
Yes, spoopy. Yes. Okay, I'm going to read this again because I think I missed something. The windows at the front of the house were filthy and, as such, almost impossible to see through. But as I wandered around to the back of the building, I could see more clearly inside. This whole creeping around the house and looking inside the windows, it reminds me of Weapons. I absolutely adore that movie. Reminds me of Weapons. If you haven't seen Weapons, please watch it. I love that movie. I would have imagined that a house such as this one would be empty, but on the contrary, it was entirely occupied by the trappings of a modern life. I could see a television sitting in the living room corner, coffee table with magazines strewn across it, various pieces of furniture sitting as if ready to be used, and a couple of coffee cups sitting on the windowsill, still full, covered in mold.
Mold.
Is there you in there?
British people, am I right?
I would have thought the house was lived in if it was not for a thick layer of dust lying over everything, accompanied by the occasional spider's web.
Ah, spiders!
It seemed as though the most recent occupants had left in a hurry and never returned. Mayhaps your family? Maybe it was you. Maybe it was you guys. Maybe. Clambering through a sea of waist-high grass and bushes.
Bushes. Yeah, brother.
Why did I say that? I'm gonna... Yeah, okay. Yeah, stream's over. Okay. Good night, everybody. Okay, I'll keep reading. The very sight of it... Wait. Little window... Okay. The very sight of it frightened me, but this was mere memory and not the strange feeling of being watched from within as I had experienced as a kid, or as a child. Peering in, the room looked eerily familiar. I suppose there's little chat. What am I reading? Is my brain on backwards? Why do I keep doing that? Stop! I suppose there's little that can be done with a room so small, so oddly narrow, but this is the room he slept in as a kid when he was being tormented by the ghost in the bottom bunk. When he slept in the top bunk. But through the dirt-covered glass, the room looked almost unchanged from when I had slept in it. A bed, a set of drawers, and what looked like an assortment of toys on the floor. A profound sense of anger washed over me momentarily, but I shook it quickly from my mind. The room was clearly that of a child's, and the thought of that thing harming another innocent filled me with contempt for such a thought, and within me swelled the desire to protect any child from such an abomination. As I gazed at that wall, of which a bed lay alongside it, the hairs on the back of my neck stood up. For a moment, and it was for only the slightest, I thought I saw the blanket on top of the bed move. More than that, through that window pane, I could have sworn I heard a wheezing gasp. Yeah, no. Nope. Closing my eyes tightly, I repeated another scientific mantra. Science does not owe its debts to imagination. Opening my eyes, I saw nothing but an empty bedroom. No foul spirits, no unearthly things, just a room, no more, no less. I breathed a sigh of relief that all was well with world for the first time in many days. What? I breathed a sigh of relief as it that all was well with world for the first time in many days. Wow, okay. You may think that it was wishful thinking, but I genuinely felt that I had shown myself that there was nothing to be scared of, other than my overactive imagination. It was starting to get dark, and I wanted to be home before the night. Filled with confidence now that my anxieties were behind me, there was one last thing I needed to do. When we had left that house, we did so in a hurry. As a child, it was disorienting, even frightening to leave everything I knew behind, but there was one thing left which I always wondered about. At the bottom of the garden stood a sycamore tree, which looked to be even older than the house. I was amazed at how unchanged it was. I had grown up, gone on to pastures new, but the old sycamore still stood, wise, warm, almost friendly in its appearance. This bad grammar is scaring me more than anything. This grammar is painful. It's not all bad. Just every now and then there's like a little thing where it's like the wrong your is used. It's like, ah. Wait, was that this story or previous one? I think it was the previous one. Anyway, okay.
Back to the story. I say, gentlemen, I do believe we have found ourselves at a spot of bother.
Really? What tipped you off, genius? That was for the one guy who played BattleBlock Theater. At least one of you. I'm sure. Okay. I think it's a rite of passage for any child to have a place to hide things. It's often their first experience with independence. I definitely hid something as a kid. It's going to be a lot more horrifying than anything in the story. When I was a kid, I would pick my nose. And instead of being a nice, well-adjusted baby child, toddler, and just go into the bathroom and wipe it on a piece of toilet paper, I would put it in spots that were hidden and were hard to see. And my parents didn't scrape it off the wall, they just painted over it. It looked like a finished wall. It just blended in with the rest of the finished wall because my parents couldn't get rid of it, so it was just there. It is a very disgusting memory to think about. I don't like it. And now it's all in your heads. There you go. You're welcome. Back to the story. Something removed from any authority figure. For me, my stash was halfway up the old sycamore. I'm sure I must have looked like a fool, but I happily and gleefully climbed the tree with abandon. With reckless abandon, or just... Maybe I just don't understand. I've only ever heard it as reckless abandon, but it makes sense that there's just... If there's a reckless abandon, then there's just regular abandon. Used in this context. Okay. The configuration of the branches had changed in places, but overall, the happy memories of playing alongside the limbs of the old sycamore, having a little piece of the world to myself, away from everyone else, seemed vivid, as it was remarkable how much remained unchanged. Halfway up, I caught my breath and smiled to myself. I spat food while shouting, "What a fool!" In your head, Ambe, Ambe. Which part of him is a fool? What a fool! Halfway up, I caught my breath and smiled to myself. In the central trunk of the tree lay a hollow. Whether it had been created by an animal, or perhaps the tug of a gale on a weakened branch long ago, I do not know. Important detail, thank you. But it was where I kept things. If I found something which I was sure would be taken from me for being inappropriate, into the hollow it would go. The truth is, though, that the majority of the items inside were not very interesting, mostly just toys and rarely exotic pieces of contraband like a slingshot or some smoke bombs. Smoke bombs? Okay, can you start over? I missed like the last 15 minutes. He's at the old property. I'll just give you a brief recap. Back to the very beginning. Here we go! Whoa! Start the stream from scratch. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got it. Something funny. You had that sound ready? Which one? I just got here. What do you mean? Yeah, I did. Anyway, let's do a scary story, guys. Actually chuckled out loud. Yay, thank you. Hot tub stream. Yeah, guys, it's a hot tub stream. Look, hot tub stream. A spooky hot tub stream. Oh. Ooh. Where's the skimpy bikini? I forgot. Oh my gosh. Let me see if there's actually that. I'm not going to spend too much time with this. Where's my... I'm reporting you. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Please. I don't think there's... Oh, man. Oh, there's no bikini assets in here. Sorry, brother. Trying to find something. Okay, I'm just gonna... can you scare me already? Oh, you're right.
Disappointed!
Literally know where you live. Okay, I'll scare you. Are you scared? Chat sent 1,000 bees to his house.
My suitcase full of bees should do the trick. Dr. Bees!
Talk about the real horrors. Witches, ghouls, and ghosts. Witches. I know some witches. Tarantulas. Are the witches your ex-wife? Thank you guys. Thank you. Oh, brother. I'm pals with a satanic witch. I'm happy for you. Oh, no, my ex is... Oh. Not a witch. Okay. It's like... Oh, I want to quote ghost stories. I don't swear on stream, though. That... She wishes she was cool enough to be a witch. Missed opportunity. All you gotta do is boil some frogs. And you're a witch. You're a witch. I hear they made a whole town for witches and Wiccan. We're all boiled frogs. Capitalism, am I right? Dude, we're covering the heavy topics here. She's a ghost and a bit. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's. What's the best zombies map? I wish my ex was a ghost. What's the one? I think it's set. The one that's in Japan. That's like a swamp. I really like that one. I like the swamp one. Has like that yeah, Shinonuma. Yeah. That's my favorite zombies map. Yeah. Take a walk. You've been sitting for an hour. Time to stand up and stretch your legs. Okay, well.
Okay. Sorry, guys. My watch has spoken.
Lazy.
Okay, move your legs, everybody.
That's my favorite map, too. Yay! We have Based! You should play zombies on stream.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
The giant, though. The giant? I know that one. Which Call of Duty is it from? I only know the first 3 because I have the Dante's been playing Blob Zombies. Oh, that's cute. Dante's your son, your child. I'm assuming we don't know each other. Their eyes. Giant. Oh. It's the same map. Oh, okay. Well, different name. Remasters. Oh. Okay. I think I know. I only know from the maps from the first 3 Black Ops games. The spooky music is playing. I'm supposed to be reading a spooky, scary story. Bro, it sounded like a drone is flying in your room. Hey, I am the Mothman. It does sound like that, doesn't it? The oh, sheesh. Excuse me. I had no reason to hide the toys, but when I was young, it felt adventurous to have a secret. I'm reading the story now, again. Sounds like there's a drone flying around my room and a mosquito. To be fair, it only took me a few minutes to write this song on GarageBand. I was just messing around with all the little like dials and stuff of how you do things, and I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Plays Phasmophobia on stream. Only if you play with me. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. I'll play with you so you don't. Okay. Yep. What I was saying. 100%. But you have a podcast or something? No self-promotions in my chat. You can't say if you do. No self-promoting in my chat or you'll get banned. You'll get banned. Do you want to be banned? I still haven't bought Phasmophobia. How much is it? I'm supposed to be reading the scary story. Well, okay. I guess this stream is technically labeled as just chat, yeah, or just chatting, yeah. It's called The Weeb and the Cash. It's good. I heard you guys interviewed a VTuber on there. A banana-themed VTuber. Phasmophobia. It's on sale! It's only $14 right now. I'm actually buying it. What the frick? Okay, no, I'm not even gonna get it.
Do it.
That reminds me of Squidward's spring sale on Steam. I have a problem. I used to... Oops, I'm not installing that right now. Okay, I used to not get people talk... I just bought it, yeah. I just purchased it. I used to not understand the memes of, like get Outlast Trials 2? What else do you want me to buy Repo too? I actually did buy Repo. What's Outlast Trials? I have no one to play that one with. It's disturbing. In a good way? I am terrible. Outlast Trials. That's also on sale. So is... Okay. Someone fricked up because this is so cheap. Oh my gosh. Are you talking about those TikTok ads? Somebody messed up because this is so cheap. Silobite jellies with Anthrax and Dead by Daylight 2. I don't have infinite money. Which one? Why are there so many Outlast games? Dead by Daylight. I think I bought DVD. I'll add it to cart. Continue shopping. Dead by Daylight. Wow, you're right. Dead by Daylight. It's $8. Holy cow. There's like actual games that are single player, and then the Outlast Trials is a multiplayer online game. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm actually buying Dead by Daylight. Maybe you look up some gameplay from Outlast Trials before you buy. It's a lot. Oh, okay. I'll wait until after stream before I just start buying stuff. Okay. We're going way off track.
And now we're back on to the scary story. Could it be aliens were haunting this boy?
That would be incredible if it was aliens. It would completely ruin the story, but I would laugh very, very hard if it was aliens the whole time.
Could it be that aliens built the pyramids? Was this just a prank? Or was it actually aliens? We may never know. Why did the Native Americans create these mounds? Were they perhaps giving guidance to aliens? We may never know.
Okay. Now, I'm actually back to the story. I'm actually reading the story now. The hollow was dark and filled halfway with rotting leaves, no doubt deposited there from countless autumns. Oh, the hollow, not house. Did I say house or hollow? Okay. The hollow that he's looking at. Okay. Nevertheless, I reached deep inside to see what remained. I couldn't believe it. I had found a toy that I had hidden there before we moved, all those years ago. I could feel the plastic in my hand, its sharp edges unmistakable, but the leaves and darkness of the hollow obscured its view from me as I struggled to remove it from the thick, wet mixture of rotting leaves and rainwater. It seemed to be caught amongst a collection of small twigs. The reason I was so excited was that I knew when we moved that I had left one of my favorite toys behind. A small plastic First World War British soldier. He's freaking based. That's cool. May not sound like much, but I had grown up on my family's stories of my grandfather's adventures during both wars. This is off topic, but can you believe both world wars happened so close to each other? I mean, I know why. World War II was like because of World War I. We blamed everything on Germany, and then they were like, this sucks. And then Hitler was like, hey, I mean, the mustache painter guy was like, hey, doesn't that suck? I can make it suck less. And everyone's like, okay. And then he was like, I would like some pizza. I would like some juice. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm going to say it. Hitler. Cringe. Only hot takes here. What if they added Hitler to Dead by Daylight? Never mind. Never mind. Okay, we're moving on. To be cringe is to be free. No! No, not in this context! Yeah, I'm proud of being cringe in that case. In the being free case, not in the... Okay. You know what? Okay, we're moving on. And while he had passed away, his grandfather... Okay. It may not sound like much, but I had grown up on my family's stories of my grandfather's adventures during both wars. And while he had passed away before I was born, I would often act out exaggerated versions of the stories with this small soldier in the role of the hero, my intrepid grandfather. At the time, I thought a hollow the perfect hiding place for a soldier. Just like in World War I with the trenches. Wow. Benjamin Netanyahu saved this stream. Okay, well... What? Oh! The Prime Minister of Israel. Okay. What the frick? Well, now I know. Benjamin, don't tell you I'm scared. Please don't let the scary stories give me nightmares. Praise be Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, we're here for fun and scary stories, guys. No more politics. The war criminal? No. Oh my gosh, why... Praise the warm crim. No. Okay, wait. Do you want him to save you from the scary stories, or is he a war criminal? Which is he? It's Moth's a sleeper agent for. No. You are the one that were saying you want him to save you from scary stories. I get mysterious checks in the mail. We are not the same. Okay, back to the story. My delight, however, quickly turned to horror. Bank accounts are a scam created by the shadow government. That's why I don't have a bank. I guess it is technically. I have a credit union. I have a credit union. Huh. I don't want to say I'm better than you, but banks are a scam. Just saying. You aren't. Okay, you know what? Banned. You're banned. I don't even want to time you out. The shortest amount I can time someone out is 600 seconds. Dude, literally stop streaming and play games with it. No! What?
Get out of my studio!
Okay, he feels something, and now he's sick to his stomach. He thinks, I'm just gonna take a shower to fun. Love you, bye. Love you too, Fuentes. Bye. Baldur's Gate. Everyone want me to be playing something, man. Text me the scariest story later. Okay, I will. Get out of here. You crazy cat. I like that you did 3 exclamation points for Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate, whee! Okay. I felt sick to my stomach, for as I pulled the soldier out, I realized it was not my toy, something else entirely. Stuffed into the back of the hollow amongst the sludge, and now in my hand, was the skeletal remains of a small animal. The bones crunched together in my grip, as the few small flakes of hair and flesh left on it putrefied between my fingers. I almost lost my balance as the rotten and potent smell of death escaped through my moist grasp, invading my senses. His moist, critical grasp. That wasn't even a joke, I just thought of that. Do I have to say everything I think of?
Blame it on the pre-workout.
I climbed back down carefully, dejected. There was nothing else in the hollow. My toy was gone, probably taken by another child during the subsequent years. What remained of the poor animal I buried under some loose earth in the garden. I left that place immediately. Despite my unfortunate encounter in the hollow, I still felt empowered. The apostrophe. That I had actually plucked up the courage to revisit that place to see how ordinary it really was made me feel in control once more of my faculties. I did not at that time require anything other than a conventional explanation. I said goodbye to the old neighborhood, to that... Oh, I've got to freaking pee, guys. I'm sorry, I can't hold it anymore. I will be right back. Oh my gosh.
He's back!
Tung 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 sahur. Okay. Let me keep reading. I hope everybody's still here. John Cena music. Hey, Air Fury. Welcome. I don't have a sound effect for that. That works. Okay. Back to the story. Here we go. I said goodbye to the old neighborhood. To that bad memory once and for all, and began to make my way home. Walking fast, faces past, and I'm homebound. By the time I had driven onto the motorway, something had begun to filter through from the back of my subconscious. I think that's just What am I doing? What am I doing? You know what? Stream's over. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that gag again. Third time's the charm. Okay, guys, I'm just kidding. At first, I disregarded it, dismissing it as my imagination. But as the sun shone its last and dipped below the horizon, I sensed the growing of a compulsion in me. An idea which seemed to have been born and nurtured for no good reason. No rationale, no sound, casual footing, but one which had to be followed at all costs. I must get home. I increased my speed, zipping sporadically between the slower cars on the motorway, looking into the rearview mirror, keeping an eye on what might be following. I had to get home. Again, I drove faster, constantly looking behind me as if racing some unseen pursuer. 70, 80, 100 miles per hour. I tore along the road. I beeped, I yelled. The sweat lashed off of me. What was happening to me? Please, just get me home. White-knuckled, I finally made it off the motorway and onto the country roads which would lead directly to my town. The roads were narrow and wound around the now bleak and ominous countryside. Darkness seemed to blanket the road in front of me. I turned my full beam on and breathed a sigh of relief to see a bright light again, even if artificial. The manic anxiety which had seemed to grip me on the motorway appeared to have diminished. However, I still glared into the rearview mirror more often than I should have, just to make sure that there was nothing following me. What a ridiculous thought. To think something chasing my car, to put myself and others in danger by speeding down a busy motorway. Madness. Still, madness or not, I had felt compelled to get away as quickly as possible, and even though I had managed to collect my nerves, the loneliness of the road I was on fueled my yearning for my own town, my own street, my own bed. Nervously, I traversed the web-like winding roads which seared through the countryside, feeling relieved at the first sight of a lamppost, of civilization, and of the boundaries of my town. I pulled up outside of my house. Switching the engine off, I sat for a moment in silence. I had to stop all of this nonsense. Things coming out of walls, watchers smothering me at night, looking into someone's window like a prowler, and all of this was lunacy. Tomorrow I would start afresh. No more writing about my childhood experiences. No more reliving of dread-filled nights. Just getting back to normal. Carrying out my work. Spending time with my girlfriend. And most of all, reaffirming my belief, faith, and confidence in science and rationality.
Science and technology!
Then the thing in the back seat leant over. Excuse me? Hang on, what? Then the thing in the back seat leant over, grabbed me by the shoulder, and breathed a foul, rancid breath from deep inside its lungs down the back of my neck. I scrambled for the door, my arms flailing around, looking for the lock. Fear possessed me, shook me. A fear I remembered all too well. A fear from all those years ago, lying awake at night in that sickening room. The inside of the car had grown much colder, but that was nothing compared to the icy fingers burrowing into my shoulder. I honestly thought I was going to die, that this thing would finally get its way after all this time. The door handle popped in my panicked grip, and I fell out of the driver's seat onto the pavement. For the briefest of moments, I thought I caught a glimpse of something in the back seat. Vague, the form of an old man, yet twisted and distorted, grinning from ear to ear. Luckily, there was no one around. As had there been, I would have appeared as a mad fool, for the car was empty. I grabbed the keys from the ignition and booted the door shut with my foot, locking it for the night. I staggered down the path into my house. I'm not going to lie to you, but I drank myself to sleep last night. You may recall that I had evidence, actual physical evidence of something unnatural. Might be wondering what that evidence is. Well, I could say that it was the marks on my shoulder that made me shudder with fear, or I could tell you that my bedroom window lying prized open this morning. But what looked like claw marks has left me dreading tonight or any other. But no, none of that scared me as much as what I saw today upon waking. Sometimes the most frightening of messages are the most simple. For lying on my chest as I awoke this morning was a toy soldier. The toy soldier I had hidden in that hollow all those years ago returned to me as an adult, bitten in half. Part 4, Something Wicked This Way Comes.
John Cena!
Hello, Swole Sparky. Man, that was pretty good. That chapter took a minute to get going. I'm also slowly starting to calm down after all the pre-workout has just worked cortisol into my bloodstream. It still doesn't feel good. Let's tab. Okay. Yeah, not bad. Not a bad chapter. Yeah, I really like that. I don't think it needed to be bitten in half to be scary. It just appearing on his chest would have been good enough. This pre-workout brought to you by Grifter's Cola. It's the pre-workout that makes you love Israel. Oh no! You know, I don't love the nation of Israel or whatever it is. I don't love them. I love the people. I just love people in general. But it's the idea, Israel. Biblically. Grifter's Cola. Now with legal amounts of bubonic plague. What about Chuck? Oh. Chuck Norris. Dang, man. Chuck Norris is dead. 86 years old, though. He lived a good life. After his career was over and everything, he became a big meme and got probably even more popular than he was while he was a Walker, Texas Ranger, and the guy on that Bruce Lee movie. I think your dad will outlive him. I think he will too. I think my dad's probably gonna outlive me. He's so freaking healthy. He's just one of those guys that's like, how old's your dad? I'm like, he's this. Yeah. He had a match scheduled with Bruce Lee. He'll be back. Aww. That's a cute way to... A rematch against Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee did beat him. Bruce Lee beat him in that movie. It's a rematch.
Rematch time.
Why is my browser defaulting to Yahoo? I don't want to use Yahoo. What? Oh my gosh. How old is this article? 2026! Holy cow. Let's read some Chuck Norris jokes. What do you guys say?
Why did Chuck Norris cross the road?
didn't. The road moved out of his way. What happens when Chuck Norris does a push-up? He doesn't push himself up. He pushes the earth down. That one's a classic. Oh yeah, Chuck Norris doesn't sleep. He waits. What's Chuck Norris's favorite type of candy? Jawbreakers, for obvious reasons. I guess. Why can't Chuck Norris play hide and seek? Because good luck hiding when fear follows his shadow. I guess. Why doesn't Chuck Norris need a GPS? He decides where he is, and the world complies. I like that one. Okay. I think I've gotten it out of my system. They kept getting worse and worse. Okay. They always were kind of ridiculous. Not really like super funny, just more like, man, Chuck Norris is awesome. Okay. Back to the story. I'll read this next part and then wait. Maybe. Let me see how long this one is. Advertisements. I want to just read one part tonight. I passed. Okay. What do you guys think? Should I read one more part, or... I think it would be better if next week. I'm already, like, my heart is still, like, pounding in my chest. And not from fear, from pre-workout. I feel sick. I don't feel good. I want to eat something. And I started kind of late today. I started half an hour. I did do push-ups! I think I did push-ups before you showed up, Chesh Daddy. I did 30 push-ups, and then I did 20 bench dips. More push-ups. Suspicious. Do I have Among Us? Burpees? I could do some burpees. I have Among Us, don't I? In library, I do have Among Us. Okay, cool.
Among Us.
You guys want to... I don't think there's enough room in this room to do burpees, if I'm being honest with you guys. Yes. Hot tub is gone. I see that. That was insane. Wow.
Whoa!
Okay. This. I think every few months I just go through all the stuff I have saved on my in OBS and just look at what's there. 3x3. Hey, it's my favorite anime. I think this is still accurate. That. Wait, is that upsetting to you? do I use the arrow keys to go through those? Oh, my favorite games. Hey, look, I just finished Lunar. Up in the top left corner. Finished Lunar. Is that? Oh, Super Smash Bros. Warframe. I just started playing Warframe again. Dark Souls 3. Miss Sword Art Online. Why? No, I did not. Sword Art Online is not even... Yeah. But we do have Mushishi, starting from the top left. Mushishi, Hunter x Hunter, Neon Genesis Evangelion, Trigun, old series. I haven't watched all of the new series. I started watching the new series. It was really good so far. But the old Trigun is like pivotal to my experience in getting into anime. It was one of the shows that made me fall in love with the medium itself. And Clannad, my absolute favorite show of all time. K-On! Was pretty close second. Oh, maybe... is it second? I think it's second, yeah. And Made in Abyss. Flip Flappers. Probably objectively the worst show on this list. Objectively, in quotes, speaking. I think it's the lowest rated show out of everything on this, on my 3x3. And Gurren Lagann. Wow, now we have Lunar, Silver Star Story, Super Smash Bros, Warframe, Dark Souls 3, Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, and I do very, slightly like Ocarina of Time more than Majora's Mask. It may upset some people, but hey, I'm a maverick. I don't care. And Warcraft 3, which we talked about Warcraft 3. League of Legends. Is that one of my favorite? Yeah, it is. It is. I'm not gonna lie. And Halo and Sekiro. Sekiro! We're getting a Sekiro anime soon. I don't remember when it's coming out, but yeah, they just released another trailer for it. It looks really good. I'm excited. Favorite movies? Princess Mononoke, Dark Crystal. Is that specifically Shin Godzilla or just Godzilla in general? I don't think Godzilla -1 had come out yet when I made this. It's for my debut. Poltergeist. That's just all of Lord of the Rings there. Rewatched them recently. I swear I cry more every time I watch Lord of the Rings. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. I don't know if I would still put that in my 3x3, but I still do love that movie. I didn't put Annihilation in this list? Oh my gosh, dude. I might replace Puss in Boots with Annihilation. Maybe even Weapons or The Substance. I love those movies. Oh my gosh, dude. Koe no Katachi. The silent voice. Alien. District 9. Favorite albums? Okay. Man, ooh, yeah. Okay, this is a good snapshot into just, music that I like. I'm sorry if everyone's heard all this stuff before. I don't even need to be talking about this. You all can leave. I'm stroking my own likeness. You don't have to leave. Please don't leave. You don't have to. Porter Robinson, specifically that... Yeah, these albums are some of my favorites. And Porter Robinson in general, I just love Porter Robinson. This album specifically, Get Your Wish. Absolutely adore that album. No, that's not. That's what one of the songs is called. What's the album called? I'm gonna look it up. Albums. Nurture. Okay, I'm silly. Smile was also a very good album. I like it a lot. I don't like it nearly as much as this one, though. Cute Girls Doing Cute Things. That is the name of that artist. Scene. Absolutely adore that album. Maury Calliope's Cinderella. Haven't listened to her music in a minute. It feels weird to see that there. Nanahira. Oh. Album. It's 8:30. Specifically that album Force. Absolute classic. I love that. It's so funny and it's so catchy. That like dubstep, like hardcore electronic music mixed with Nanahira's voice acting, like playing all these different characters and just being funny and being really freaking cute. It's just like everything I love all in one album. Naked and Famous, all of their discography. It's my favorite band. Still is. Infected Mushroom, Legend of the Black Shawarma. Fantastic album. Infected Mushroom still makes music, and it's still great. M83, another one of my all-time favorite bands. Hurry Up We're Dreaming is my favorite album by them. Yeah, real hot take, I know. Imagine Dragons. I haven't listened to Imagine Dragons in a minute, but I'll stand by it. I think they're way overly hated, and this album specifically, Smoke and Mirrors, I think is a masterpiece. Absolutely love that album. It's very, very nostalgic for me as well. And then Less Friction, Dark Matter, that album. Still one of my favorite albums of all time. Imagine Dragons, these nuts across your face. Oh, you got me. And I just have my favorite VTubers here too, I guess. Man, I watch so many more VTubers than, like, it's mostly Hololive. Yeah, Shigure Ui in the top left, then, yeah, Juniper Actius, yeah, big surprise. Maury Calliope again. Ayame, I would say Ayame and Ina are still, like, my number one favorites. Polka, still love Polka. Bao the Whale, still love Bao. Yeah, she's always going to be one of my favorites. Fauna has graduated and now is doing other things. Haha, I wonder who it is. Maybe in her place I would put that new indie VTuber, Nimi Nightmare. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know why I didn't put Gura on here. And Nene. Enichi. Yeah. Okay. That's it. I don't even have to... Whatever. I'm not even going to review all the stuff that I talked about. Who cares? And there's really not much in my room. In my room here. Oh. Tried so many times to make like the squid. I tried so many times to make the chat transparent, but no matter what color I pick, I'm sure I can figure it out, like turn down the alpha. I can probably figure it out eventually. But I keep doing things that make certain colors just disappear, and that's it. Light LUT? Heck is that? Oh yeah. Make it look like that, but certain colors just completely disappear. Kind of night. Has to go later. Okay, I'm gonna go too. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna be on tomorrow again. I am messing around with more things I could do.
In real life, colors blend, so why doesn't your marker pen?
I've been playing with more ideas of things I could do earlier in the week. But, yep. Good night, everybody. Good night, my bridges. Don't go collapsing. Even when I come around, don't let your London bridge going down like London. Going down like London. Going down. Okay, good night. See you tomorrow. Good night. The wind will be blowing. Guten Night. Gute Nacht. Oyasumi. Oyasumi nasai. Okay, bye.